Hi everyone and welcome back to another card making video. Today I'm featuring the new dies, the new products by Waffle Flower, and I will be sharing 3 cards. These are all spring cards, beautiful and bright. And I have here my favorites from this release, which I will be using all of them today so you can see them in action. Look at this one with the bunnies, lots of bunnies, carrots and grass. And this is a lovely basket. It's making a beautiful basket with tulips inside. I will make one card using this as well. These are tiny little butterflies, which I think that they are great as a filler. Another set with a basket, but this one is more Easter oriented with eggs that you can decorate and chicks, super adorable, smaller basket than the previous one. And then I did grab a stamp set along with the matching dies to play with my cards. So let's start with card number 1, and for this one I'm starting with the big basket. I am going to do my die cutting, and in the meantime I want to let you know that I do have a special code for you guys. When you shop from Waffle Flower, you can use this code if it is your first purchase from them, and you can get a good discount. Keep also in mind that the discount code is also valid for the new releases. So now, as you can see, I have already cut out everything that I need. For my card today I'm going for a clean and simple look, so I'm not going to do any inking. So I cut out everything from colored cardstock. For my tulip I did use 3 different shades for the flower. Really easy to put together, and I will repeat the same process for the rest of my tulips. Now for the butterflies I just cut out the body using golden cardstock, and I have an orange and a yellow one. The basket has 3 main parts, and if you want you can add the last 4th part, which is going to look as if there is a lining inside the basket. But it is really optional. You can leave the basket as it is at the moment. I am going to add that part as well because I think it makes the basket look even cuter. And if you have any dies of cats and dogs, it would make a great basket for your pets as well. So now I am going to add the tulips inside, and this is how I'm going to place them in, but I need to make sure of the final composition so that I can chop off a little bit from the bottom, and this way I can make them appear as if they are tucked in inside the basket. Now I finally end up using 5 of those tulips, but you can have just a couple or maybe a couple of tulips and a pet just next to it, like a cat or a dog. You can definitely use even more tulips and different colors, which is going to make your basket look fuller. It is really up to you. I decided to go monochromatic for my flowers today. And as you can see, I'm just chopping off a little bit, making them appear shorter or taller to make the composition look more interesting and have some variation. Now for creating my card I did use some older dies that I had, one to cut out a main panel that has that beautiful lace all around, and then another one to cut out this heart on top of the heart, and on the side I'm going to add my basket. So the heart kind of is a panel where it provides an element to create my cluster on top of it. And this would make a great card also for a birthday or for an anniversary, since it has the heart, or even for Valentine's Day. For my sentiment, I went with one of the sentiments from that tiny stamp set. I'm going to use the matching die to cut it out and place it on top of my card. Now if you want you can finish it off by adding gems or pearls. I'm using my contour liner, and this is the iridescent color. I'm going to add some dots here and there to make the card look more whimsical, and here are some close-up photos. Now for the next card I'm going to use this adorable die set with a bunch of bunnies. I did cut out the bunnies from white cardstock, and then there are two sizes of carrots. I decided to cut out lots of them because I didn't know how many I want to use, and putting together the carrots is super simple. It's just 2 layers for each one of them. So a green one for the base and just an orange for the top. For my card base I decided to go with pink, a pale pink cardstock, and I'm going to use one of my panel dies that I have from previous releases, which is going to give some interest at the background, while at the same time it's going to keep it relatively plain. So I don't want to have a busy background, and you can see hopefully the design that it gives me. Just something elegant and subtle. So now I do have my sentiment, which I cut out, and again it is from the tiny sentiment stamp set I used for the first card. I did use foam tape at the back so that it is dimensional, and then all around the sentiment I'm going to fill it with the bunnies and the carrots. I would advise for cards like this to just lay them around, try to decide where everything is going to fall, and once you're happy with their placement, you can either go ahead and use a foam tape at the back if you want dimension for your elements, or just like I'm doing, just use glue and stick them down. Also notice I'm not overdoing it with glue, just a dab will do. I have seen people using way too much glue on their cards. Don't do that. I can guarantee you that just a dab will hold the bunny just fine, and they really won't escape your card. I think it's such a beautiful card for spring, and if you want to finish it off, you can add some gems, you can add some splattering if you want. I'm using again my iridescent contour liner to add some dots as tiny fillers here and there, and you can see here some close-up photos. And let's move on to the third card for today, and this time I'm using this set with the grass. By the way, I'm using samples here, that's why they are a little bit funny packaged. Yours are going to arrive beautifully packaged. Anyway, this is one of the 2 grass options that you get in that set, and I did cut it out from 2 different colors of green, a lighter and a darker one. So now I'm going to use my scissors and kind of separate the different types of leaves because I want to create a dimensional element. So there is grass that has spikes. It is really difficult to explain, but I'm sure you understand. I am separating the spikes of the grass from the actual branches, and this way I will be able to use this part at the top, at the front, and create some layers. Now, if you want, you can use completely different shades of green, and you will have even more contrast. I was going for a more soft look, that's why my 2 colors of green are very close to each other. Now I'm using foam tape at the back, and I'm going to pop one on top of the other, and you can see the dimension that I instantly got. Now in the same die you do get also little flowers that you can pop on top, and all these are numbered so you know exactly which one is going to fit where. Of course you can use different colors for the flowers, it's really up to you how you want to customize it. And I feel like this set with the 2 different types of grass is great to have in your stash, especially if you like creating little scenes, because you can combine it with critters if you have dies like that, and so many more. Now here you can see there are chicks and there are many eggs, and I don't know if you can tell, but there is a hat that you can give to your chicks that they are going to look like bunnies. Bunny ears. Now I'm going to go with eggs, and I'm going to recreate kind of an egg hunt theme on my card. That's why I cut out eggs from different colors, and there are many layers that you can decorate your eggs. So here for example there is one which is going to give you polka dots, and there is another one which is going to give you, well, more than one. They are going to give you different designs for your eggs, and even some that are going to be half eggs, cracked eggs, where you can have the chicks coming out of the egg, just like I'm going to do now. So I'm trying to decide how this is going to look better, and I ended up chopping off his wings. I think that it looks cuter without them. But you can definitely have him hold the brush. There is a paintbrush in the kit, and have him color the eggs. So many options with this die set. Now I'm going to put together my card. For the background, I did the exact same thing that I did for the second card. So I used that panel die to create a very subtle design. And now I'm going to create the cluster on top of it. So for the back of the grass I did use foam tape, and then I'm going to hide the eggs behind the grass. And this is why I wanted to have the different layers so that I can create this scene. I think that it came out really nice. Sometimes you get ideas but you really don't know how it's going to look, but I'm super happy with the design. At the back of the chick I'm going to add some foam tape and pop him there. And then I do have my sentiment that says Happy Easter, and again I'm going to add some foam tape at the back and put it in place. Now in the same die set there are tiny little butterflies which I did cut out just from yellow cardstock, and I'm just going to add them there, here and there, just to make the composition look fuller. I absolutely love this. And there are so many dies in this set that makes it really difficult to know when to stop. So I just had to cut out some flowers. I cut them from white cardstock, and I'm going to place them here and there, scattered at the bottom of my card design. And then for their centers, I'm just going to use my contour liner to add some golden dots. And that's the third card for today. Here are some close-up photos where you can see the details better. Down below in the description you can find links to everything I used, and don't forget the coupon code. Thank you all so much for joining me today, and I'll see you all next time.